This video will cover the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police. I'm Nicholas, and this is the Law Enforcement Agency Information Channel. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police is a civilian-staffed, uniformed United States federal law enforcement agency that falls under the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, or BEP for short, which falls under the U.S. Department of the Treasury, or USDT for short. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police is responsible for protecting buildings and facilities owned or operated by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. This includes the Bureau of Engraving and Printing's headquarters located in Washington, D.C., the Bureau of Engraving and Printing's Washington, D.C. facility, also located in Washington, D.C., and the Western Currency facility located in Fort Worth, Texas. These are the three main facilities of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. But aside from that, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing police officers enforce local, state, and federal laws. They primarily focus on enforcing federal laws, but can enforce local and state laws due to agreements with agreements with municipalities and states. And what I mean by that is basically federal law enforcement agencies are typically not allowed to enforce any other laws than federal laws. So local and state laws they cannot typically enforce, but because states typically agree to have a memorandum of understanding with the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police, they are allowed to enforce local and state laws in certain circumstances. And then additionally, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police is also responsible for protecting and providing security to the Director of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. That's really it for their responsibilities. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police reports to the Director of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, who reports to the Secretary of the Treasury, who reports to the President of the United States, or POTUS for short. Bureau of Engraving and Printing police officers have authority to carry firearms, make arrests, and carry out warrants, just like pretty much any other law enforcement officer. Their responsibilities and authority is very similar to that of the U.S. Mint Police, and you probably have already noticed that by now. But anyways, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police has domestic-wide jurisdiction throughout the United States and its individual territories to, number one, protect Bureau of Engraving and Printing property, number two, to protect Bureau of Engraving and Printing officials, and number three, to investigate crimes taken on Bureau of Engraving and Printing property or involving the Bureau of Engraving the Bureau of Engraving and Printing in some way. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police derives its authority and jurisdiction from Title V of the U.S. Code. Bureau of Engraving and Printing police officers train for approximately 15 to 20 weeks. The majority of their training is conducted at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, or FLETS for short, in Glencoe, Georgia. However, they also conduct some agency-specific training, which is located at Bureau of Engraving and Printing facilities and their headquarters. So, throughout the United States. That's it. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police works with multiple law enforcement agencies, including the Federal Protective Service and the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police. Now, typically, municipal police forces like the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police do not have jurisdiction over federal buildings like those belonging to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. But in this particular case, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police basically has mutual aid agreements with the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police, which would allow the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police to operate within Bureau of Engraving and Printing property. And the real reason why they share mutual aid agreements, or the real reason why the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police allows the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police to operate on its property is because basically the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police operates under the city of Washington, D.C., which so happens to share memorandum of understanding agreements with the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police. It is also because in certain cases, the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police will allow the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police to train its officers at their headquarters. But again, that's very rare. The real reason is because, as I mentioned earlier, the city that the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police operates under basically has agreements with the Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police. But yeah, that's really it.